I was in a Tesla on the way to California. I opened Codex on my phone and gave it a task. Go into my Notion task tracker. Work on the blog analysis task. Use the Superpowers skill to execute it. At the same time, Claude Code had just finished my latest development task after about 1.5 hours. That was the moment AI stopped feeling like a tool. It felt like an operating system. A tool is all about doing one specific thing. You pull it out, use it for that task, then put it away and forget about it. Simple, right? Think about it. An operating system is more than just a tool. It's like the conductor of an orchestra, taking your intentions and turning them into actions. It manages who gets access to what, keeps track of everything that's going on, logs all the events, and then, like a traffic cop, it decides which process gets to take the stage next. My AI workflow is really evolving. It's not just some fancy autocomplete tool anymore. It feels more like a whole environment that shapes itself around what I actually want to do. Pretty cool, right? Coding opened the first door, right? That's because software already comes with the kind of structure agents really need. Think about it. Files, specs, tests, diffs, branches, logs, all these reviewable artifacts are just waiting to be used. These days, I'm not just asking for little code snippets anymore. I give the agent a full-on run. It's like, hey, check out the repo, get a feel for the conventions, sketch out a plan, make the changes, run some checks, and then let me know what's different. It's a whole process. Coding has a timeline now. It flows through different stages, like context and assumptions, before it hits edits, tests, and review gates. Kind of like a marathon, right? It's not just a sprint anymore. It's pretty wild, but once coding hit its stride, the whole pattern just broke free from the IDE. Now, writing is like this smooth pipeline. You start with a rough idea, then it morphs into a plan, followed by an outline. After that, you've got an English article, then a Chinese version, social media posts, newsletter blurb, a YouTube script, and let's not forget the metadata. Talk about a production line. It's pretty wild how this trend popped up everywhere. Just like that, we saw it in image generation, Seedance video experiments, Notion task routing. Even with scheduled jobs, analytics, and admin work, it's like work just packed its bags and left the IDE. What really matters here isn't just the type of work we're doing, it's that we can turn so much more of it into a designed workflow. That's the game changer. Let's break down my current model. It's got 5 main parts: intent, skill, run, review, and memory. Now, when we talk about intent, it's all about defining the outcome. And skill? Well, that's where the workflow gets encoded. The run phase is pretty crucial. This is where the agent gets busy, reading, searching, editing, generating stuff, calling tools, or even asking for more context if it needs it. Then we move on to the review phase. That's when I take a closer look at the output and check the evidence. It's like being a detective, making sure everything adds up. Memory really is the secret sauce that makes the system so complex. After a solid operation, you should walk away with an improved prompt, an upgraded checklist, a more effective metric, or just a better default setup. It's all about learning and leveling up. Notion's pretty handy, but let's be real. It's not the entire system. A lot of Notion pages end up being just task shells. They outline what needs to happen, sure, but they don't hold all the details of the actual work. Memory actually exists all over the place. In repos, documents, specs, metrics, generated assets, and even those agent sessions. It's like a jigsaw puzzle, isn't it? Each piece fits together to create the full picture. Task manager? Nah, that just doesn't cut it. A better way to think about it is as a personal operating system. Up next, we've got the self-enhancement layer. Now, picture this. The system's starting to see the site as a full-on content product, rather than just a bunch of markdown files piled up in a folder. Pretty cool, right? This thing keeps an eye on all sorts of stuff, like published content, distribution links, and those ribbit metrics. It even tracks how far down people scroll, how many outbound clicks they make, and those all-important reward scores. Pretty neat, right? It's not really about the dashboard itself. What matters here is that the next article can kick off without just relying on vibes. Video operates on a similar principle. In the Seedance lab, it's not just about churning out clips, it's actually storing prompts, requests, outputs, critiques, and even next variations. Pretty neat, right? Every experiment sets the stage for the next one. Think about it. There's a big difference between just messing around with a model and actually creating a machine that can think for itself. The human role isn't going anywhere, trust me. It just shifts up a level. As execution gets cheaper, the real bottleneck isn't about typing out every single line or fussing over the format of every document anymore. It's all about figuring out what really matters. You've got to set those standards and decide what's worth your time. Sometimes it's just as important to know what to skip. Oh, and don't forget, the agent needs to know when to hit the brakes too. You know, bad delegation in the past could easily turn an entire afternoon into a productivity black hole. But with agents, it's like hitting the fast-forward button on that disaster. Suddenly, wrong branches of work pop up in no time flat. The thing is, working forever isn't the goal. Life is all about making it bigger and richer. If my agents can dive into research while I'm off exploring, then I get to really be there for my family. How great is that? Background jobs that can process metrics? That means I can finally hit the gym guilt-free. And if workflows are there to organize my thoughts, then I get to enjoy more time, reading, pondering, and, of course, chatting with friends. How cool is that? AI productivity isn't just about cranking out more stuff. It's really about making things smoother. You know, taking away the hassle from those parts of our lives and work that used to feel way too costly to tackle. AI isn't out to replace us, not at all. Instead, it's here to boost our game, helping more people operate at a whole new level. When it comes to having an edge, it's not just about who can prompt the best or who has the most powerful model. Things are shifting, models will evolve, and interfaces will adapt too. Think about this. The durable edge is all about creating a better human agent operating system. We're talking about a system that can execute tasks, report back, and learn, while still letting humans handle the stuff that only we can do best. It's a blend of tech and humanity, and it's pretty fascinating, right?